Hi Trader, Tina here once again from ShortMeTina.com with my daily recap. A bit under the weather, so I'm going to try to get through this video as really quickly as possible. Like I've indicated numerous times, no matter what, if the market is open, chances are you can expect a video from me. So thank you for stopping by and thank you for tuning in. Do me a solid, just drop us a comment in the comment section, say hi, and ensure that you are subscribed if you have not already done so. Anyway, right now what you see on your screen is the SPY S&P 500. It is a daily chart dating back to 2017. Right now, today is Wednesday, December 18th, and it's looking more and more like the House is actually going to impeach our president, Donald J. Trump. For the most part, it seems as though the market has all but shrugged this off. We still have, we're still trading essentially up to all-time highs. Today we went as high as, I believe, 320.25 before pulling back slightly. So again, it seems as though the market has all but shrugged this off. But as I believe the infamous Jesse Livermore said, the market is essentially, and I'm paraphrasing here, not quoting verbatim, but the market is designed to trick most people most of the time, right? So if the market tricks you most of the time, you shouldn't feel bad because, as he says, quote unquote, that is what the market is designed to do. And I say all that to say, while it seems as though the market has shrugged this off, you just never know what we can wake up to tomorrow, right? And although I believe, and I've been relatively bullish since the market broke out of this 2-year base in mid-October, right? I've been relatively bullish on the market, thinking that it can get anywhere around 328 to 330. Even with that said, I still have my eye on the market because you just never know. You always want to prepare for every scenario, right? So that's kind of my take on the SPY. I am bullish since we broke out of that 2-year basin back in October. Market has trended up from October to present about a little over 10%. And from last year's lows, right, the market is up well over 30%. And I still think it has more room to run. But with that, even with that, my eyes are always, it remains on the market, because if there is a downturn, then I have to be able to flip my stance, right? I have to be able to sort of change my outlook if new data comes in or if the market begins to collapse. So I say all that to say, even if you're relatively bullish at this point, never take your eyes off of the market. And if you need to change your position, you need to do so, because at the end of the day, it's not about being right or wrong. It's about making money. Hope that makes sense. Again, comment in the comment section and let me know. What else? All right, IWM traded up today. Let's see, we went as high as 165.28, and so I believe today that clocks us in for a new See, look, I'm getting all excited. All-time highs everywhere, with the exception of the IWM. But I believe today, with the high of 165.28, we definitely achieved new 52-week highs. So the IWM, similarly to the SPY, continues to trend up, continues to trek on. And again, it's up about 30% from last year, December lows. So if you've been on the sidelines, well, I can't say I blame you, right? Because there was so much chatter with China and impeachment talks and just a pretty divisive government that a lot of folks probably thought at any moment the market could collapse and cave in, and that's always a possibility. But what I've learned after trading for north of 2 decades, sometimes you just have to take that plunge, define your risk, and participate, right? The person that's on the sideline really doesn't make any money. Unless you have really a really good reason for being out of the market, for me, it's always better to be in. As long as you're managing risk, you should be fine. Anyway, so the IWM 2-year chart, right, you can see that we've broken out of this base before, this 160 base, right? So if we go back here to sort of May to October, when the initial crash started, we actually had broken out of that 160 base. We trended up to 173, and then we came collapsing down. So this is actually the second time we're breaking out of this base here, at least to the upside. So will it be sustained? Obviously, time will tell. But if it continues trending up the way it's doing right now, I can't see why we would not touch, or at minimum retest, that all-time highs of 173 and perhaps even melt up to 180. And if things go really good, then I wouldn't be surprised to see IWM at around 200 in 2020. Again, you don't want to be on the sidelines, in my opinion. You want to be able to partake in this market. What else? And so let's wrap it up and round it out with ticker YAYO. It's a daily chart. Huge congrats to the bull. Stock is up about 30% on the day. We closed at 164. The high of the day clocked in at 215. So we're off, in my opinion, tremendously from today's high of around 215 yesterday. We were essentially trading down, trading at all-time lows, which is not good, especially in a stock that you are relatively bullish on or you want to long. You definitely don't want it trading down to all-time lows. If anything, you want to be buying it when it's at all-time highs, but that's another story. So ticker YAYO. So again, high is 215, low of the day clocked in at 141. We closed at 164, so we closed slightly above, in my opinion, today's low. You can see confirming volume here. And just based on this candle, for me, it seems as though there might be more selling heading into, or there might be selling heading into tomorrow. What you want to pay attention to, you should know this if you are a returning listener. What you want to pay attention to is how the stock actually opens up. If we open up above 164, then that's a relatively decent sign. If we open up below 164 and it's looking like that's a possibility, because in after hours we're actually down about north of 3%. So if we open up below 164, I'm definitely paying attention to today's low of 141, because if we take that out, chances are you might see a bit of a capitulation or a bit of a collapse. I wouldn't be surprised within the next few weeks to see, I'm about to say YAYO, you wouldn't be surprised to see ticker YAYO trading once again at all-time lows, which is below 119. So that's kind of my take. I wouldn't jump in here. Does not look like momentum is actually in the stock. It's actually looking like it's leaving the stock. So I wouldn't particularly trade this on the long side. But that's me. If you want to trade it, definitely trade it and let me know. Comment in the comment section and let's cap it there. Tina here once again from ShortMeTina.com. If you enjoyed any portion of that video, I'd like for you to do three things for me. One, comment in the comment section. I always ask for comments because I want to know what you're thinking and what's your thoughts, right? Engage. It also helps with the algorithms. It helps to spread the word out. So when you comment, more people see the video, right? So let's get the word out. So that's the first thing. Two, I do videos even when I'm under the weather like today. I do videos every day if the stock market is open. If you don't want to miss any, make sure you're subscribed at our YouTube channel at ShortMeTina. I was going for 2,000 by 2019, but it looks like that 2,000 subscriber mark might be reserved for 2020, and that's fine. As long as we're growing, I'm okay. And the last thing I want you to do, lastly, my friend, I've been trading for a long time. I've read a ton of trading books. Like, I believe when it comes to trading, I am an encyclopedia. At least I think. Maybe I'm not. Who knows? Maybe I don't know anything. But trading for over 15 years, closer to two decades, 20 years. So if you think you can learn anything from me, and right now we are hosting a 14-day free trading course. I believe there's a lot of information there. It's very interactive. You can ask me questions. So right now we're hosting a 14-day trading course. It's absolutely 100% free. We just ask that you give us your email so we know where to send the information to. So if you want to sign up for that course, then definitely head on over to our website, ShortMeTina.com. Again, sign up, become a member. Thank you for listening, and as always, thank you for the support. I'll talk to you tomorrow.